Why do I help Jessica with her dessert when we're out at restaurants? Hey, if y'all enjoy our videos and you haven't subscribed to our channel, please remember to subscribe. Hey everybody, it's Val from Autistic Interpretations. Welcome to another Q&A. So for today's Q&A, I wanted to address the question about why we feed Jessica dessert when we're eating out and she orders dessert. There's a couple different reasons that we help Jessica with her dessert when we're out. And I'm not trying to say that our decisions are the only decision or the right decision. It's just our decision on how we handle things. So since Jessica is blind, when she eats, she often has to use her hands, like, utensil in one hand and use her fingers on the other hand to guide her food onto her utensil. And I believe it's not that uncommon with blind people to need a little assistance. Now, some people use like a roll as their guide so they don't get it on their fingers or something like that. But Jessica's method is to use her fingers. When she was little, we tried to work with her on not doing that. But after joining some groups of like blind support groups, we saw that her method was not that out of the ordinary, and we quit fighting that fight. We do try to provide her with, at home, she's got plates that have edges on them so she can scoop up against the edge to get food on her spoon without using her fingers as much. But when we're out at a restaurant, we don't always get a plate with edges on it, of course. And some desserts will come in a bowl, but some come on plates. And we don't always think to ask, could you please put it in a bowl? I mean, it's just not something that we often get around to saying. So when it's time for Jessica to eat her dessert, for example, let's just say she's going to be eating her favorite, which is chocolate cake with ice cream and hot fudge. It can get really messy, and not only does it get messy with her hands when she helps push it onto her spoon, but as she's eating it, it might be dripping off her spoon, or it might be falling off the spoon, or she might kind of, hit the edges of her mouth a little bit or something. She can end up with chocolate everywhere, and it's sticky, of course. And Jessica does not like that, so she does not like to be sticky, messy on her hands. It's one of her tactile issues that she doesn't like her hands to be messy and wet like that. I mean, wet with water's okay, but with food, grease, crumbs, syrup, anything like that. So when we're at restaurants, especially the nicer restaurants, and she gets dessert, for one thing, she will often ask us to help her with her dessert. So she wants us to help her eat it so she doesn't make a mess. And secondly, we are fine with helping her because we, I don't know, if you look at her age and you look at being in a restaurant and wanting to not draw extra attention to yourself, I think most of us are that way. I feel like we draw less attention to ourselves, our table, our family, by us just casually helping her with her food than her doing it herself and getting chocolate everywhere, on her face, on her hands, on her clothes. And then when she finishes, we have to go through a cleanup process of cleaning up her mouth, her fingers, wiping it off her clothes. We have to get a napkin or a towel or something and dip it in water to wash her off. And, sometimes when we're out in restaurants, it's not like we're going to be done and go home. We might be going to be out for a while and still be out in public and enjoying other things. And we don't necessarily want Jess to have chocolate on her shirt and be all messy and that kind of thing. So that all plays a role in why we help her with her food. You know, some people might argue that for Jess to be independent and self-sufficient and all that stuff, that she should do it herself. And, you know, she does sometimes. We don't always help her. And as a matter of fact, before I made this video, I meant to text Donnie and Granddad and ask how they manage Jess when they take her out to eat and order dessert. I don't know if they help her with it or if she helps herself. This is just what I do when I take her. And so if you really are curious and you really want to potentially experience this issue, I would suggest that you blindfold yourself and use your non-dominant hand, because Jess has fine motor and gross motor impairments. So use your non-dominant hand with the mask on, and have somebody give you a plate that has chocolate cake, ice cream, and chocolate syrup and whipped cream on it, and eat it. Try eating it with one hand, try eating it with two hands, but just kind of see how it goes doing it that way, and that might kind of give you an idea of what it's like for Jess when she's trying to feed herself dessert. You know, and occasionally, depends on what food she's ordered or what food she's eating, she may decide to ask for help with other things that are not dessert. But I've made multiple videos where where I'm helping her with dessert. And so people have asked. So that's why I answer this question. Why do I help Jessica with her dessert when we're out at restaurants? So if y'all have any questions about this topic, I'm happy to answer them at the best I can. And if you have suggestions on questions that you would like for me to answer in a Q&A, please comment below. I am going to be trying to do a Q&A once a week, and I'm happy to take questions. I have a list of questions that I've collected, but I'm always happy to take more and answer more for the masses. So anyway, we help Jess with her cake because it's way less messy. That's the main thing. And I think it's okay. That's what works for our family. Thanks for watching. Hey, if y'all enjoy our videos and you haven't subscribed to our channel, please remember to subscribe. Also, please give us a thumbs up. That helps our videos out if you give us a thumbs up. And feel free to share our channel. If you have a channel, you can, you know, tag us in your channel or share it on your social media and help us grow. Thanks a lot.